Every church describes and defines its approach to expansion differently. To sort all of this out, we dug into the data and discovered 5 dominant models and methods for launching new congregations.
The idea of Multisite began as a Band-Aid strategy for megachurches who found themselves out of room.
We never wanted to build like Six Flags Over Jesus. We wanted facilities that facilitate ministry.
We've never seen Multisite as a solution to space. We've more seen it for exponential impact in multiple communities.
Multi-siting is reproducing my church. Church planting is reproducing my kind of church.
I personally feel like the days of building 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 seat auditoriums, I sense that those days are coming to an end.
The challenge that I think any church leadership team needs to ask, is this the right time in the missional life of this church to invest that kind of capital in the mission?
In more ways than one, the foundation of a growing church is its location. In the beginning, many churches are happy to make do with any sort of facility. As the church grows, both in size and in reputation, a higher standard of professionalism and permanence is expected. Does launching a new congregation actually fuel Great Commission growth? About 1/3 of church leaders believe launching a new church or campus attracted more unchurched people than they might have seen at their sending church.
I think being in a theater for sure has lowered that hurdle of, oh, I don't know if I want to walk in there.
We went to 29 different schools on the southwest side of town. All 29 told us no. That took us to conference rooms at the next casino. There's only so many people that are actually open to going to church in a casino.
Now we have, over 250,000 square feet. I wish we had 125,000 square feet and we had another 50,000 somewhere else, another 50,000 somewhere else.
So you have to have a heart for a certain location and then work from there on the facility and stay truer to your location that you felt a call to and the demographic that you're trying to reach.
The multi-site and church planting leaders we interviewed speak of a range of results of their growth strategy, some positive, some negative.
The gospel is transcendent. Methods and practices are contextual to where you are.
Everyone has a unique church print. There's not a one-size-fits-all formula they follow, but they all wrestle with the same basic issues, but how they address them will vary from church to church.
You need to have churches that are willing to partner with you. You just need to depend on people.
I think there's something awesome when the church says, hey, we're not portable. We're putting roots down in the community. We're here, we're invested. I'd love to see a community center. I'd love for the church to be able to be used more than just on Sunday. I'd love for it to be like a lighthouse in our city of man, I don't know if I believe what they believe, but man, they offer a lot of hope to our city.
We understand that God's blessed us with this resource. That's what a building is. We want to make sure we're leveraging it for kingdom impact.
One aspect that often distinguishes a multi-site from a church plant is its name or identity. Multi-site churches typically maintain a strong brand affiliation with a sending church, while church plants tend to be more independent.
Live in the tension of consistency on one end and contextualization on the other. What has to be identical? What just needs to be identifiable?
Not everybody wants to go with a church plant that different identity, different pastors, different DNA, different. Say to all those people, if we could get 500 or 600 or 700 of you to go to that location, extending our geographic reach into those other neighborhoods that are harder to reach the further away you are from them.
There is a consistent look and feel within our art department, and just like there is within our music department, just like there is within our Saddleback Kids department, there's non-negotiables everywhere in every department. It's all under the same banner.
Though adding locations creates room for new leaders to emerge, it also reveals leadership gaps in a church, including challenges and opportunities related to preaching and teaching.
The church will do better if we keep raising up communicators. And by forcing us off of video only, it forces us to keep coaching up our younger communicators.
We've created a leadership pipeline that will take somebody from a team member, volunteer, a servant, all the way up through into a leader of teams, a leader of leaders, a leader of organizations. into the campus pastor role.
We were amazed as to how many people, once again, were in the church that had not yet stepped up into a leadership role. And as there's now new positions open, how many people stepped in almost immediately.
You have to bring people in at a lower threshold sometimes for certain jobs. People's lives have been transformed and changed because we've looked at them and said, hey, it's your turn. Putting people in that position has been life-giving for them and transformative in their relationship with Jesus.
So what's the future for church planting, multi-site, and other expressions of church expansion? Do the costs of launching new congregations net the kind of kingdom return most church leaders hope for?
Now, the multi-site model will allow our churches to get even bigger because they're not limited to a building.
Where it works is when there's a team at the leadership level who believe deeply in multi-site as the next expression of their church.
We think that this can be something that can be a way of helping churches to not close their doors and regain their footing so they can continue to have a story beyond where they are right now.
On whatever scale it occurs, healthy church expansion requires strategy, not merely for the growth of a congregation or the construction of a building, but ultimately for the spread of the gospel. Churches considering launching new congregations or preparing for such a transition can minimize challenges or regrets and improve the effectiveness of their ministry.